Oh, it's funny. You finna walk away. Oh, you finna walk away. You ain't got nothing to say now. Like it's not. You ain't got nothing to say. Stop doing this. Stop walking. Stop doing this. Stop trying me. Stop doing this goofy stuff. I'm pregnant. I'm finna forget you.
All right, CO, start the show.
What up? It's the CO Show podcast. I am your host, CO, and we've been on a little break for a while.
Breakity break.
Yeah.
Julio came back from
vacation. From vacation. Well, it really was a family vacation, but you was with the
Cruise,
wifey.
right? Yeah.
So was it COVID or was it the flu or was it...
Temperature change can do that too, when you
I don't
have like
think-
drastic temperature change.
I don't think it
in the
was
weather.
either because that shit was so bad. They had to give me steroids and
man.
and antibiotics.
Well, that sounds like a STI or a...
none of that probably.
Oh my goodness, that escalated really fucking quickly.
I'm just bullshit.
Jeez.
So how was the cruise outside of getting sick, Julio?
The people made it good. The cruise ship was older and smaller, and I didn't think to look at that aspect of it. As much as I cruise, I didn't think, let's look at how old this ship is or the size of the ship.
What goes into that when you say it's older, it's smaller? Like, what does that affect?
Just like anything, amenities.
Yeah.
And then the ship, they only gonna do so much upkeep. So stuff that the window that's foggy, if they done did everything, they not gonna redo that.
Oh,
window.
wow.
Yeah. So,
How many pools did you guys have? Oh,
Yeah, it was
that's
a
one of the
smaller
amenities that you were.
yeah,
okay, I
smaller
understand.
ship. That actually wasn't bad. I thought it'd
Okay.
be like a lot of fat people just sitting around. Because carnival ships, they'll have
Yes.
one pool, and it'd be those fat
It'd
people.
be
that-
everybody.
That's all they want to do is sit
We're
around the
not.
pool.
We're not.
Yeah, I
we're
was
not
thinking, are we
body
body
shaming.
shaming on
I'm
No,
not
we're
body
not.
shaming. I'm just telling you what I see.
Using
I ain't
fat,
saying they was disgusting or
using
anything.
fat in person is body shaming.
No,
It's
not
body
really.
shaming.
I'm acknowledging their body weight.
Okay, Gigi Food, how you doing, Gigi?
Hey guys. I've been good. I'm just going through like a transitional period, so just pray for your girl.
Was it
Good
like
transition.
But it's
months?
growth.
3 months?
Yep. So it's
Pregnant?
good. No, not pregnant. That's coming
Julio,
soon.
get the
Hopefully
fuck out.
twins
So
in the
you
ring.
you drink no more. So do you have
Yes,
alcohol in your
I
new
don't
place?
drink. No, it's no alcohol, no nothing. Like I'm
What
not
day?
drinking.
100 and
More than 100 now. So what? Like I don't know.
120.
So you're not gonna get alcohol for like the
I don't
people
even
who
have a
come
date. Nope. I ain't gonna have no alcohol for them. They just gonna have to just vibe with me.
So when you say no alcohol, do you mean like wine is out the
Yeah,
picture, too?
I'm not even drinking wine.
through? So how do you get the fellas drunk?
I don't. Well, really, G Baby got his own bar, so he do his own thing.
Oh,
like
G-Baby
people
is
got their
being
own
played.
libations.
Oh, see, I was trying to keep it
I guess
open.
no, he baited the fuck out of you. That's what that
So
was.
what?
I was
But
trying
yeah,
to.
G Baby got his own bar or whatever, so he do his own thing. But yeah,
For those who
ain't
don't
nobody
know, who
tripping.
is G Baby in your life?
That is my boo.
I like
Okay,
to welcome
people,
back
today-
G-Baby to the show.
Started when we were younger, you were mine.
Oh my god.
You got us singing this shit?
Wow.
I mean, the nigga name is G Baby. Like he got to be doing something.
Oh,
He's calling a grown man G Baby.
Oh,
Okay. Well, Tiffany, how have you been?
I've been great. A lot of business.
Good.
Easter was really dope with my kids. Yeah, great. Life is good.
How you
Life
doing?
is good. I'm glad you asked. I'm doing fine, man. It's been a long day. Very busy work day. It's funny, when I was in high school, I never thought I'd have a 9 to 5. So having a 9 to 5 is like, it's not literally 9 to 5, but that type of job. Mm-hmm. Hey, man, you be waiting for Friday all week long. That's all I tell you.
Tell me about it. I'm waiting for that motherfucker right now.
Bing bong.
I mean, it has its ups and downs, but I'm doing great, man. I'm blessed. God has
Yes.
tremendously blessed me. in
God
life.
is great. God is.
I'm 40 now,
time.
so now one of the biggest things about being 40 that I didn't really think about at 39 is like, you start seeing people die, and you're like, man, that person's pretty close to my age.
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
it's like, woo.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Scary.
Speaking of dying, R.I.P. DJ K. Slay.
Yes, I couldn't believe
Legend in the
that.
game.
Yes.
For those who don't know who he is,
He's one of
K.
the
Slay.
first DJs.
He's one of the dopest DJs too. But he's been first on a lot of things as far as like he has his own. He had a magazine where he premiered the girls, the whole video model chick. K. Slay also had a radio. I think it's Shade 4-5 Radio. He had his own show. People go on there to rap. So RIP to him. He's been battling, from what I read, he was battling COVID
since December.
for over a couple of months. And
Wow.
he lost his life. So prayers to his family. anybody else. Other than that, I'm glad everybody caught up. I had to take some time to catch up. It's been a couple of weeks.
It's okay. It's okay. I missed the gang. Shit.
I thought about coming here today, and I was like, are people over the Will Smith conversation?
Yes, damn it.
Well, damn it, you on a podcast. You gotta talk about it.
Fucking over that shit. My nigga stand with Will. Stand with you, Will.
My question is more for Gigi to start it out, and I'm not gonna stay on it too long. Seeing what you've seen about how everybody's come out and talk about it, we no longer have to guess what the punishment is going to be.
Right.
We understand now it's 10-year ban,
and they didn't take that. Oh,
he gets to keep the Oscar. There's a 10-year ban. There are some people saying, and black people, might add you, that are in the industry and saying that Will should probably give it back. It's only right that he give it back. I want to know from you, and I'll speak on it after it. Do you still feel the same way you felt now that you've heard people talk about it? You've seen the backlash that's come from it. Do you think who do you think carries the blame in the situation?
I think they're pinning it on Will, but I stand with him. I stand with him. I just think he got to be politically correct, and he has to do the things, the PR stunts of it all. And I hate that Jada didn't back him.
Yeah,
that
I was
very
about to ask you that.
That was very crazy. But
saying,
at the end of the day, I still stand with Will. I get it. People get pushed over the edge. No one is perfect. Quit putting these celebrities on these invisible, fake ass pedestals. They're human. Shit happens, and sometimes you're gonna get slapped. So watch what the fuck you say. That's just life.
But just
life, Jules. Watch
right,
what the fuck you say, and be ready to get slapped in the motherfucker. Everything I say on this podcast, then it's just real talk. I might have to eat my work. You know what I'm saying? I might have to talk about it again one day. So that is what comes with the game of opening your mouth, telling jokes, speaking your mind, whatever the case may be. That comes with the territory sometimes. So you got to be ready.
But, you just said it then. You got to be ready. There's consequences to his actions.
Yeah. And it goes both ways. So be ready to get slapped in the mouth and be ready to maybe get your Grammy back.
Okay, slapped in the mouth. Got it.
Yeah.
Got it, Gigi. With that being said, Jada's not backing him at all.
Yeah.
For her to have the audacity to be I wish he didn't. It's crazy to me.
But I don't know. Could it be that she's protecting her or whatever? Because Jada to me is
her, there is no
she
her.
Wants to,
it's us.
It's supposed to be us. But I feel like Jada, I don't know. She gives me, maybe she's
So you're backing
up.
Will for his decision to be a stand-up husband and protect his family.
Yes.
But you're not going to go against Jada. Now you're saying she's protecting. What the fuck is she protecting?
I don't know. I think she's protecting their family or something. I don't know.
Wow.
I think it's fake. I think it's a facade. I don't think she really feels that way. I think they're just saying it to be politically correct. Do y'all know what I'm trying to say? I don't know how to word it.
I just don't see how that would be beneficial.
I think it sounds good to say that.
Say what?
Do y'all get what I'm saying? To say, I would never to my husband, I don't know, won't. To keep the backlash down. I think that's the PR thing. It's the political correct way to go about it.
No, but let me ask you a question.
I can't explain it. I don't think that's how she
the look
truly
she
feels.
gave him put him in an awkward position and made him do what he did?
And it's a little bit of that, but it's a little bit of a build up of everything. I just feel like that was a lot.
I do feel like it was built up.
It's a build up of everything. It could have been Joe Blow out there that said the damn joke.
I only asked that because he seemed to laugh at the joke himself.
Yeah.
So to me, if a joke was told and I laugh and then I look at my woman
and she's pissed,
she's clearly pissed, and then I change my position.
That part.
I would say that the bulk of the blame goes on Will, but a lot of the blame also goes on her because he clearly found it funny himself.
I don't think it go on her.
He clearly didn't have a problem. You don't think she had any blame in the situation?
I don't think she can be blamed because she ain't the one that slapped Chris. You get what I'm saying?
But that mindset, what you just said right there.
But he did.
Because
he did
initially you jumped out there and said, "Oh, that's what he's supposed to do." He jumped out there. He took
that's
up
why
for
I
his
stand
wife,
with him.
Blah 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 blah.
That's why I stand with him. I totally agree with what he did.
And as you saw that as his job in protecting and taking up for his wife.
Yes.
But you feel like he should have to take the bulk of the blame because he did it versus her who basically put him out there on a ledge and made him do it.
I don't think she did all that.
Okay.
I know she made a face that could have triggered it, but she ain't go up there and say, "Now Will punch his ass." Now if she did that, that's different. But she didn't do all that.
She also didn't stop him. So
no.
you don't think she had any blame in that?
I feel like y'all riding the hell out of Jada. I just don't think it's that deep. I feel like
we're not talking about us. We're only talking about
just in general. I just feel like they riding the hell.
And as a wife. even as let's say she was his girlfriend,
Right.
You've been with someone for 20 years plus, 20 plus years.
Mm-hmm.
You know exactly what makes them tick.
Yeah.
You know any kind of movement that they make, or if they're gonna be out there and do some shit like that. You pretty much know that before you leave the house what makes them tick.
Right.
Yes.
So at no point in the long walk he took from seeing her to standing up to that long walk
I still
up
don't think
there,
she thought she was
you
gonna
don't think
slap
she
him.
had you don't. Okay.
People didn't think he was going
I
up there to
was gonna say,
slap.
I don't
Even
think
Chris
she
Rock
thought-
didn't
I
think
don't
he was
think
getting
she
slapped.
thought
That's
he
why
was-
Chris
yeah.
Rock was leaning in like this. He thought he was gonna get hollered at him by like, look, nigga, da da da, woo, or whatever. He didn't think he was gonna get slapped. I think the slap caught everyone by surprise. But at the end of the day, I stand with Will. Like I respect it.
So
I mean,
have a
Jada should be
question for
standing
Julio.
with Will.
And my nigga about to get them M's again, and life goes on.
As a man who's married and you've been with your wife, how long?
My son's 14, so we've been married 13 years.
Okay, so you're probably somewhere around 10, a little over 10 years behind them in marriage. Like as far as they have a little bit more time on you.
Yeah.
Do you think do you know your wife enough to know if my wife stands up and starts to walk up there, I know what she's about.
Fuck yeah, she know when I'm finna go.
No, but Will Smith,
It
it's
ain't
not
no
even in
way.
his character to do that.
You're
you
not
know?
gonna
It's like, if
always
50
know.
But that's not his
50
first time
walked up
slapping
to-
somebody.
But here it goes.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Nah, he slapped the
I'll get to
reporter
it.
that tried him before. But my thing is, you know your other person. You know their red button. And her look was the red button. I don't fault her for making him get up. He did that shit on his own.
Thank you.
But she's a shiesty ass person overall. All the shit she put him through. But he stood there and he's staying and taking.
Stay with that.
So, you know, do you. The kids are out of the house. So you can't even use that as an excuse. I want to be there because, you know, to have the kids and want.
yeah, but
My
also
nigga-
I think she got a brand. She got her red table shit. She trying
Yeah,
to
but that's
save
my
all that type
husband.
shit.
We are one.
I know, sis, but
we are one.
maybe she
'Cause
trying
he
to
did it
save
'cause
that
y'all are
type
one.
shit.
Here it goes.
Bitch, you go slap
You
him.
don't put the
I
brand.
won't stand near my husband.
Your
I
bra-
would never do that
Your
to my
brand
husband.
is
But
because of Will Smith. You won't had a red table if it wasn't a real Will Smith. So that shit's out the door. You got to stand with the brand. You got to make something to acknowledge what's going on, whether you agree with him slapping him or not.
I think Kareem Abdul-Jabbar had an interesting take. And
what he say?
I ended on this one because we got to move to the next segment. But he basically, to sum it up, I'm not going to say everything he said because it was pretty lengthy, but he got into basically how he basically didn't uphold the female community. He basically made them look bad because him going up there in her honor basically made it look like she wasn't strong enough to do it herself. That was an interesting take for me. Because for me, I think Jada's strong enough to take that. I think if Jada had words, she's a black woman at the end of the day. I think if Jada had words for Chris Rock, I think she's strong enough to give Chris Rock them words.
It's like
herself.
this. It's Chris Rock wife told the joke, then Jada got every right to get up there and slap the hoe. Because it was a man that is up there telling the joke, a man needs to handle man shit. I don't give a fuck if you talking about but it was a granny.
but
My
you're-
dad need to step to that man. I shouldn't be stepping to no grown ass man that's talking about my grandma or talking about me or whatever. My
But that's
dad
why
should step to that man.
That's why you use your words.
Period.
I think that you're powerful enough to use your words.
No, it's certain
versus
instances.
getting out of your seat.
Men need to handle it.
But that
Women
take,
need to handle
the
it.
take that Gigi has is important because I saw a lot of women who hold that take.
Yeah.
And as a man, I would tell men, you better stay away from that type of woman. That's me personally. You don't want a woman who's gonna put you out, like, because Will is 53 going on 54. He cannot win an Oscar for the next 10 years. Will probably won't even be doing movies when he's 64, 65
Will's been
years old.
acting for 40,000 years. He's
and
just winning one Oscar. That's probably his career. I highly doubt he's going to get 88 more Oscars. So he'll be
fine.
all right.
That's perfectly fine. But for someone, that makes it even worse.
He'll be all right.
As your husband, this man has been working for the past 30 plus years on his craft. Don't know if you know this or not. I know that you act. Don't know if you know this. That's the highest honor you can get.
It is.
Sorry.
And he got it.
No. And that's fine. But I will tell you, if that's the highest honor he can get, look at what you did for him on the biggest night of his career.
She
as
didn't
a
do
woman,
anything, see yo.
Okay. if you don't think
Look
so.
what Chris
She
did.
didn't-
Look at
she
what
didn't
Chris.
do anything.
Look at the
What did
button Chris
do?
pushed on the night, his biggest night.
Let me ask you something.
He pushed the button.
Funny you say that.
His
So,
wife
hold
gave
on.
him a look.
Funny you say
and
that.
on top of everything he's endured, pushed the fucking button
Funny you
on
say
him.
that.
She
What
had
he
no
endured
idea.
from?
Everything, the backlash and them being open in their relationship.
got nothing to do with Chris
all
Rock.
that-
Jada.
Like I said.
All of this comes from one
all-
person.
Like I said, It's been a buildup of things. I don't know why everybody's acting oblivious. It's been a buildup of everything that's going on, and he got triggered. Shit happens. He's human.
I can't be held for your fucking getting
and y'all
everybody
can't keep
telling
saying
jokes on
Jada is wrong for him. He walked up there. He got to live with the consequences of walking up there. Whatever.
Yeah.
I respected him. I felt like as a man, he did what he thought was best in that situation. He lost it. Whatever. Okay, it wasn't appropriate. Okay, shit happens.
Do you think that they're a team?
So life will go on.
Do you think that they're a team?
No, not from her coming back with that backlash. That's the part I don't respect.
And you do that shit behind closed doors. Yeah, you do that shit behind closed doors. I may disagree with you behind closed doors, but in front of people, we're gonna be one, and that's just what that is.
She doing all this, the head picture and shit with him at the award ceremony, holding his head and praying for him. I'm so confused.
So then you know that she's not this down chick, and she's not the model chick that he should be with personally. I don't think so.
Let me ask y'all something. Do you think they're gonna get a divorce?
Eventually, I do.
I do too.
And then
I think this is too
I think
big.
within the next 3, and I'm stretching it with 3 years, I really do feel like they're going to get a divorce. I really do.
Say they go that, which none of us want it, but let's say they go that way, right? Who ends up in a more stable relationship afterwards?
I think Will needs a lot of help, like from a therapist standpoint. He does. There's a lot of things Will has endured, and it's off of his decisions because at the end of the day, women will look at you like, well, you chose to be here.
No, he needs to unlearn a lot of things.
That's why he has to go to a therapist, talk, work through some things. And he got, like, everybody needs therapy. And he got plenty of money. He has plenty of resources. He could have a therapist person, like, a day.
Every day.
If he feels like it.
Right.
So if he gets that help, I think he'll be fine, like, if he moves on with his life. I don't think Jada sees anything wrong with her behavior.
She doesn't.
So as long as she doesn't see anything wrong with her behavior, I think that's always going to be an issue for him. Like, and he won't know it until someone. I think this is a big eye-opening experience.
Yes.
I think the video that came out when she had asked him a question about Red Table Talk.
Yeah.
And
that was
he was
crazy.
like, bruh, don't be putting me on film in my own house without telling me blah,
That's my bread and butter,
That right there told me a couple of things about her. She don't respect him as a man.
Right.
Because as a man, and you're my woman,
right,
and you actually know my brand, if I ask you not to do something, you don't keep doing it. Like, which kind of takes me to my next segment. Coming up, we're going to talk about my dog, Cam Newton. Cam Newton's a little bit of hot water right now. We're going to talk about that coming up.
I need you to let go of these gummy bears during the break, sir, please.
Sorry. Don't touch my
No, ma'am. It ain't your introduction to get some. She put them over so nobody get none.
My God,
Thank you.
Oh, I didn't do that, Gigi. Jesus. All
Y'all like fucking little kids.
No gummies. And it's like obnoxiously chewing on the mic. Go ahead.
Thank you, mama.
You're welcome.
Hey, shit.
As Cam Newton
Julio
stated,
actually agrees.
this is actually a perfect situation. Yeah, Newton stated that some women were not taught, they do not know how to cook, and they don't know when to shut the fuck up. And that right there,
Oh my God.
I knew when it came out of his mouth. I didn't know it would go as big as he did. Like, it's cool that it went viral. It actually made SportsCenter, not SportsCenter, but ESPN and then Fox Sports 1. I knew that would be taken the wrong way.
Yes.
I'm from the South, so it's not a very odd thing for me to hear. Like, he grew up with his daddy. His parents have been married over 30 years. I think he married at 30 or 40 years.
Yeah, 36, I think he said.
And for a black man in the South, it's a very common thing to hear a black man say to his woman if he's tired of hearing her shit. Like, bro, just shut the fuck up. Like, and I think people took it harsh because some people just don't know when to shut the fuck up. I want to ask Julio. He's married again. I want to go back to him. Have you in life ever encountered a situation where you felt like your wife was going on a little too long and you had to jump out there and be like, bruh, it's time. Just be quiet. Just leave it alone.
Now, that's different than shut the fuck up now.
Yeah.
Well, if I'm...
It's how you say it
irritated.
now.
Always how you
One,
say
it's going to be how you
shut
say
the
it.
fuck up.
And I don't ever talk to her like that. I just choose not to. Not because I'm scared or any shit like that. I just don't. But some dudes is like, y'all watch the show Ultimatum? Them dudes look like they're battered. I'm not in that. They look like they're battered. But they do. It's like a show full of battered dudes. My son was like, this is the one where the men get beat on? It's like, no, it's a figment of speech.
Oh, my goodness.
But No, I've never talked to her like that, and she's not that type of woman. But I've seen women where I look at like the dude that they with. I'm like, man, please tell her to shut the fuck up because it's time for her. We got it. We understand the point. 10 minutes ago. So yeah, I've like you say, I'm from the South. I'm used to hearing that, not come out of my mouth, but used to hearing that, and I've been around people that do it.
Does that go down in Ohio?
Not at all.
Okay.
Okay.
What about Philly?
You just gotta know your mate.
Yeah.
You just gotta know your
wish
mate.
somebody would.
So y'all,
I ain't never been told.
So the borders, North
No,
Carolina.
I'm saying like growing up, like in your family, like uncles maybe.
I've never seen my uncle tell my auntie shut the fuck up.
Do you ever feel like you? Well, you
None of
wouldn't.
that.
You wouldn't cop to that.
I mean, after you're with somebody for so long,
It's like you should know
there's-
your mate.
Yeah, right. And if you're in a dispute, an argument, whatever you want to call it, and it's going nowhere, I might use those words like, "This is going nowhere. Let's table this and come right back."
Do you think that there's truth to what he said? That there's a group of women who don't know when to shut the fuck up.
I ain't gonna say
yeah.
shut the fuck up, but
I
the
feel like
cleaning
there's
part
people that don't know how to shut the fuck up.
and the cooking part and the cleaning part.
I don't think that has anything to do with gender at all.
That's not what I asked. I said, do you think what he said is valid in certain
I
circumstances?
did answer that question. I said people. That includes women. So yes.
I didn't ask you about people though.
Yeah, I just think
It
the
was-
cooking and the cleaning part. I don't agree with the shut the fuck up part, but it is a lot of bad bitches and they don't bring nothing to the table.
Then they not bad bitches.
Right. So I do agree with him on that.
Oh,
but
I get what he's
cook and
saying.
I can clean.
His definition where they just say I'm bad.
Yeah, like I'm just a bad bitch. Like just because you got the body and the lips and you can suck some dick and rub some dick, but it got to be more to life than that. So I do respect that aspect of it, but to tell a woman shut the fuck up or they didn't know when to shut the fuck up, that sound like a woman to me.
I didn't get the backlash from it initially because he was asked about his preference. And if someone asked me about my preference, you can't be mad if I tell you about my preference and what I don't want and what I do want. I do know that he, in this day and age, if you say that, it's going to be taken the wrong way.
Got
because,
that right.
Men can understand it. I'm learning men are literal. Mm-hmm. And we think like with our like logical, like we're logical. Women are emotional. Mm-hmm. So when you say something to a woman and evoke her emotion, even if it's true and it's right, she ain't gonna listen to it. I've seen it growing up with one of my uncles. I've said it before, but if I say it, it gets to a point where I'm like, bruh, you've been talking way too long, bruh. Like I asked you a long time ago. When I've said it, it's been because I've said it the nice way several times.
You ain't hear me.
And you ain't hear me. So now I got to go to a different level of, bruh, that's where I got to take it to. And that just, and I'm not saying right now, I'm just saying in life, I've definitely done it. And I've done it on several occasions with different people. And I have no problem admitting that. I probably will say it again at some point. I hope that I don't. But I just know, like, I didn't see it as this big difference of, like, oh, my God, I can't believe he said that.
And it also made us think of the more submissive, stereotypical thought of the foreign girls or the, those of different races, different cultures. They're the quiet ones. But the black girl is the loud girl.
I don't think Hispanic girls are quiet.
And Hispanic girls.
and meet one.
But what I'm saying is Hispanic and black.
There's one right here. And she ain't quiet.
No, the fuck
I didn't say that. What I'm saying is we are the stereotypes of the loud ones. Is it not right? Or
but every woman is okay with being submissive. We just have to be submissive to the right one.
To the right man.
To the right one.
And that's something I've heard women say.
Yeah.
The problem is there's too many people acting non-submissive.
I agree.
So there's a whole lot of
I agree.
We don't have nothing to submit to.
Yeah,
We have nothing to submit to right now.
so yeah.
Few far in
I
between.
want my grandfathers. Where are those men at?
Right.
Bring them back, please, Lord.
But you don't want to be your
Amen.
grandmothers.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't mind being my
but
grandmother to the man that's like my
No, but you
grandfather,
do.
the provider.
You do.
Not splitting.
You know why you do? Because I asked you this question before.
Not doing that.
I said, if you met a guy today,
Yes.
he had bread and told you, hey, I love you. I want to be with you. Not I love you because he just met you today. But let's say G Baby had all the money in the world,
Right.
could take care of you,
Right.
and was handling his business out here in the streets. And I'm not saying he's not, but
Yeah.
he had his own business, and he was just killing it, a millionaire.
Yeah.
And he said, look, I want to marry you. I want you to have my kids. This whole
Stop doing what you're
podcast,
doing.
radio thing, I need you to get that up. I just need you to be available and ready to do what the fuck I want you to do when I need you to do it. Let me handle business. Is Gigi going to stop all of her goals and dreams You're not? That's what I mean. That's why I say you're not. That's what it takes.
gonna stop.
What did your grandmother do with your Well, how was your grandparents?
They were just great. Like, she was a stay-at-home, but he was the provider.
Yeah.
So that's just all we seen. Then my dad, and then.
But that's why I say when you jump out there and say,
I want my grandfather.
if we had someone to submit to, and if I want my grandfather, that's what that kind of guy wants. That's why I laugh with Cam Newton, because let's be real, the nigga's worth over $100 million. He may dress weird, but he can pretty much get any woman he wants. And he's the nigga that women are talking about when they say, hey, this is the kind of man I want. I want him to be this tall, this... He's it. You don't he's it. So
but it's also dudes like that that's gonna be open to you creating your own dream, whatever. And
the attitude. I mean, I guess the physicality and that kind of shit and the money in the bank, but the attitude behind it is kind of like, okay, when you're in a box or when we're in this box, meaning our home, and it's us. When we're in the bed, it's just us. There's no money. There's no bank account. There's none of that. When the kids are gone, it's just us. Can you settle with me for the rest of your life? It just being us. You get what I'm saying? So it's a lot more
for richer,
behind
for
it.
poor. You know what I'm saying? Because I think even if something was happening to Papa or whatever, Granny was gonna hold it down. You know what I'm saying? It's that whole dynamic, that paradigm.
Well, that's the tough part I was just pointing out. You say you want this, but
I mean, every man doesn't say you can't. You got to choose. Every man don't say that they got money and got things going on. I've been in a position where that's attracted to a man, that I got my own shit going on.
Which one do you think is the norm?
So, I mean,
Which one do you think is
50-50 in this generation. No, dead ass.
How many guys do you think there are of
They
this
love
generation?
the strippers. They love, the game. Y'all, I'm sorry, it's changed. A lot of these men want to be taking, they tired of spending their little money. They want to get tricked on and spent on. So it's that.
No, but I'm talking about
niggas.
I'm talking about niggas who actually have money.
That's what I'm
not talking about somebody who frequents a strip club and he may be a scammer.
Y'all know it all.
I'm not talking about none of that.
Y'all know it all.
I'm only asking you, what do you think the norm is?
I'm telling you, it's different now. The game has officially changed.
All
That's
right.
it.
So,
and if you know,
according to Gigi, men who make that kind of money and are in charge and have their own shit going on and don't really need you for anything but want you,
yes,
they're okay with you just going on and doing what the fuck you want to do. Okay,
they are.
If you say so.
It exists.
All right. I'll stay my married ass right over here. It's tough out there for y'all, bro.
I'm good. Thank you, Jesus.
I don't think it's tough.
I don't think
it's tough.
I think you have to be very selective, and it's okay to be selective. Just because someone likes you or shows interest doesn't mean you have to hop on that.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So
I think everybody's experience is different.
Yeah, that's.
I do think that what Gigi speaks of, I don't know that it has a lot of validity.
2%. They out there.
It ain't no 2%. They out there.
Then when you chop it down,
it's 50-50.
Then when you go to I want a black man, that pool gets smaller.
Yeah. Super small, but
you're open to not.
But she's open to go outside of her.
I told y'all that.
Right.
Come on, man.
But it's irrelevant right now.
Yeah, because we got G baby.
Just saying.
Well,
I'm not even. See, I wasn't even the one that.
So to round it out, there was a guy who came out to speak about Trey Songz the other day.
Yes.
Rory, right?
Ooh,
yes.
Formerly of the Joe Budden podcast.
Yes.
Now he has his own with.
Yeah.
I thought about y'all immediately.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
And I was like, you two, why?
Oh, okay.
Okay, I'm listening.
Yes.
Y'all said y'all were in the club with him and hung out and got a good vibe from him. That's why I thought of y'all.
I thought
Good
you were saying
Lord.
the Rory, like, we're going to split up something. I took it a whole nother dimension.
I actually took it that way,
That's how
too.
I took it. I said,
Absolutely.
what? Yeah, he reminds me of y'all.
No,
What
but
does that mean?
He's basically said that he's
But
rapey, he's weird, he's all of these things.
Beach
and Rory said that he knows this because of
He claims he knows girls personally.
girls that have done this.
Heard that.
It's not new news.
No.
Yeah.
I'll let whatever he's done in life unveil itself.
Lord.
It always does. It is what it is.
I can tell you this. He ain't got the R. Kelly catalog. That shit better not be true. I'm just saying, that catalog don't hit the
Let's
same.
put it like this.
He got a good one, but it don't hit
So
the
how are
same.
these
the
women
same
being
music.
quiet? Why are they being quiet then?
Some of it, let's put it like this. I think some people it works on, and I think some people it don't. And for the girls that it probably don't work on, maybe it's fear. It's kind of like how women back in the day would be raped and they would never say anything. It's like, oh, I don't really want to get
It's an embarrassing thing. No, it absolutely is.
And then they may feel like they're not going to be believed because
And
of who he
that
is.
too.
He has fans.
And that too.
I think it's a little bit different because the R. Kelly situation,
kids.
Some of them were kids, some of them were grown women. And I guess he's being charged as far as the underage women. But none of them came across as if like he was holding them, like he was raping them. Like these were women who signed up for this, even though they were younger. And people would say, "Oh, she's too young to make that decision on her own." Trey Songz's situation allegedly comes across as these are women he's cornering, and these are women he's forcing to do things or forcing himself upon.
How did I get that energy from him? Like, not even the slightest bit. But I mean, that
maybe
was just a few hours.
Not saying he is. I'm just talking about the characteristics of this type of person.
Right.
Maybe he didn't see what he needed to see in y'all in order to approach y'all.
Get away with
because they got something they look for. Whatever it is, those predators have something that. Oh, that's the one right there.
Wow, interesting.
But I believe it. I've seen it.
Damn.
But I mean, he went as far to say that it's going to be bigger of a documentary.
It is, but that's only because of time.
Like, whoa.
Like, if this is your thing, this is what you do over a long span of time.
Yeah.
This has been his thing for a very long time.
Yeah, we didn't just start hearing about R. Kelly. We didn't just start hearing about that kind of shit. Yeah.
And over time, yes, it's because some people are just into that. It's like, man, let me see how far I can make this girl go.
Damn.
And it's weird.
That's horrible.
Maybe that gets you off, but it's sad.
You know, speaking of this topic, I just watched a show and it's super short. It's like a short series, like 6 episodes, and it kind of has something to do with this, where this white man, he was very privileged his entire life, went through college, ended up marrying the girl that he met in college, but he forced himself in a sense. But the way that they describe the scenario, the way she described it, the way he described it, they were having an affair. You just got to watch it because it has a lot to do with it. Like, how far can I take this? Is it really rape? You know, she never said no, but not here. You know, there was like physical pushing away, but not being too forceful. It's like, you know, what's that threshold of I don't want to do this right now, but still allowing you to do it because I'm kind of frozen in a moment. You know what I'm saying? It's called The Anatomy of a Scandal on Netflix.
Ooh, I'm gonna watch that.
And it's only 6 episodes.
The series? Yes.
Yeah, it's only 6 episodes. I binge watched it today, and as you're talking about it, it was triggering because that's exactly, you know, how far can I push it kind of thing. Yeah.
And some people really get off on the unknown and how far they can take it. Like
and power.
Yeah, well, that's another story. What's his name? Harvey Weinstein.
Yeah, Harvey Weinstein. Who else?
Shit.
Bill Cosby.
I did see the Jeffrey. What's his name? The guy that Jeffrey Epstein.
Yes.
They're selling his island for like over $100 million.
And everybody was on that damn Jay-Z, Bow Wow. I seen everybody.
Oh, yeah.
Don't put Hov up there.
Hell nah. Yeah.
Bill
was
Clinton.
on there.
Oh, was that?
I said, damn. Watch the documentary. They gonna show you Hillary, Bill. Everybody was on that damn.
Really?
Don't try to put Hov on there with Becky.
Bro, I would have took it only for old white dudes who was on the. He was just cool with a lot of rich people.
Yes. Yeah.
You got that kind of money? Ain't that many people that got that kind of money?
Yeah, I was gonna say money. That's a club.
Yeah.
Bro, we get that big as this group or individually. I don't ever want to go to any of these parties. Fuck that. I'm not going to no mansion party. I don't want to go.
Some people do their dirt. Some people do their dirt all by their lonely.
I don't want. No, I'm not talking about.
And you're the only married one, so we're not bringing Sam to the beach.
No. I'm not talking about a party one of y'all would throw. I'm talking about one of them motherfucking Illuminati skeletons in the closet party.
Well, I don't really know.
Yeah, I'm talking about we get that big.
I feel you.
I ain't talking about some shit that one of y'all gonna throw. Of course I'll come. I'll be a great wingman. I don't know who the fuck G Baby is. I don't know if she with him.
Hey, baby.
Nah, Tiff Latham with tight shirts. Go ahead, bro. You got it.
Tight shirts. Okay. What a way to come back from 2 weeks off.
I'm glad you're better. Amen.
Me too. Oh, God.
Amen.
Gigi, let them know where to find you.
Well, make sure y'all follow me at JIGI_ZNIRO, baby. I won't bite, and I stand with you, Will. Call me. I got your back. Jada ain't got your back. Gigi got your back, dog.
She trying to throw a shot.
Yeah, I was literally about to say she just threw her shot. And you can follow me on Instagram at TIFFANY FELICIANO, and the podcast. I had to bring for it. The podcast Instagram is the Show Podcast on IG.
And you can follow me at JULIOATL_.
Why do I go last if we going this way?
Because
anyway, I'm at THE.
Feisty.
Usually he likes to go last.
Right.
What was that about? And what does he know about my usual?
Wait a goddamn
First of all, I'm talking about when we
last.
What y'all been doing
anybody,
lightning and thunder.
How does anybody know about where I like to go?
Well, sir, I got
THE.co.show. Again, that's at THE.co.show. We'll catch you next week. We out.
Peace.